Okay guys, I wanted to share something with you. I think I was talking about the corms and the mama plants and all that good stuff, and I decided I'm going to show you what I got going on here with the original plants. This here was the one that was down to 2 stumps. I believe this was the Bambino. Yeah, Alocasia Bambino. So the leaves started dying, and then I think I just went down to 2 stumps. But if you can see, I plugged this in and still haven't turned it on for you. Hold on. I don't want to be too bright, but just bright enough so you can see. So can you make out those 2 little growth points? So it's coming back for me. And if you want to see the roots, so you see how they're circling at the bottom there? I'm so tempted to take it out of the Leca and just put it right into PON instead. Maybe with Leca on the bottom like I did. This is the black velvet. What's left of the original black velvet. This is one of the newest leaves. Why did I think it was 2 stumps? I'm not sure. It was just the one, I guess. And these are the 2 corm babies that were huge inside the pot. And here they are. So I'm hoping they size up nicely. And you can see the roots. So I decided instead of putting these corms into fluval stratum, I just said, well, why don't I just try it with the PON? Now, I think I did have to keep the PON kind of moist, and I did have it in my propagation box for a little while, but it's come out recently. And here you see the newest leaf, and I mean, this is the newest leaf and this is the other one. But yeah, it's doing nicely. I just wanted to add a little bit more support here because I see it's going to start going wonky on me. But yeah, I was just sitting here looking at this with the Leca, and I'm kind of feeling switching the originals out into PON right now. So I think I'm going to do that. I just made my mind up. Hopefully the plant will be fine. I think it will be. So, you know, not much of a transition there. Still with self-watering. It should do okay. I want to put these somewhere. Let me just move them back here for now and show you the Cuprea, the original plant. And I saw the other day that it was giving me finally a new leaf. Now this one went right into Leca, and you see how the roots are growing and looking for moisture. So I am very happy with this, and I'm hoping that it's gonna, I'm not gonna mess with this one right now. I'm just gonna leave it, let it produce some more leaves, and then we'll see later what's going on. You see that point there? So I like the alocasias in a different substrate than soil. It's really, I like it. So far I've had positive experiences. Have I lost some leaves here and there? Yes. I have also an aglaonema that was suffering. It was beautiful, big plant. I overwatered the thing in soil, and it was in a big pot, and I don't know, I seem to do worse with the big pots than I do with the smaller ones. So let me show you that as well. Try not to fall, bear with me. Hope you can still hear me. I just have it over here. Oh, it's heavy too, so it's in a glass container that I thrifted. Went to thrift shop and found these glass containers for like nothing. Almost. And here we go. My aglo has survived, and look at the roots. So it has the, and I let this dry out a bit. I don't know, there's a little moisture in there in the Leca below, but I do let it dry out a little bit more than I would maybe the alocasia. It's doing okay, surprisingly. And I put it kind of out of the way so I wouldn't mess with it. And I tell you what, this is a hardy plant anyway. You could bring it close to death and then bring it back, I think, if you have patience. And I lost a lot of this plant, so I was very disappointed in myself. It was beautiful when I first got it. And so yeah, I think I'm going to start attempting to transfer plants that I wouldn't normally think would do well in PON and Leca. I have one more experiment. Let me show you this. So I'm back with my Apiscia. This thing is actually growing new leaves. I cannot believe. So I had the original plant. I bought it from, I want to say Lowe's, in a hanging pot in soil. And let me tell you, gradually this plant started to decline. It's very funny. You can't get the leaves wet. I mean, you can rinse it off once in a while, but you don't want to water from the top. If you do, you have to do it carefully. So I took props, put it in fluvial stratum. This was the biggest one. Here is another one, doing well. And I'm learning more and more, like when it wants water, like it's starting to get limp. And you can see that the stratum is dry. So I will be watering this one after I get off camera. But I noticed too, starting to get a little color back in the leaves. They were kind of pale. So I'm still learning this plant, but look at this latest experiment. Took a few cuttings that were in, I think it was in fluval, put it in PON with Leca at the base, and it's doing okay. Now the first week or so I lost some leaves. It went very limp. It wasn't very happy. It's still like kind of recovering from the shock of being switched, but all of a sudden it just turned a corner and started looking good. So I'm telling you, you got to be willing to experiment sometimes. And this is almost, if I put them all together, it's almost the size of the original pot that I got. Maybe it was a little bit bigger, but if I put them all together in one, it would be about the size that it was originally when I first got it. And I tell you what, it's adjusting very nicely. So, I don't know. I'm just trying to get bold and put plants that people say, put it in soil and, and I'm just trying to do something different. And I am very happy so far with PON. Leca, it's okay. I mean, I like Leca, but I honestly, I don't want to have to flush it every 2 weeks. I think with Leca you should. I only have a couple in Leca, and it's really not that big a deal, I guess, to flush them at this point, but this would need some flushing too every now and then, I think. Even though they don't say anything about that on the packaging. I don't think they do recommend that with Lechuza PON, but I think any plant can benefit from some flushing. So a lot of mine have holes. Even if they don't, I can still flush the container out. But yeah, so far so good. The experiment moving plants into PON and Leca have been great. I mean, I probably lost, I'm trying to think what I lost. I do have one that is not doing well. This one, I wanted to make one video for it from beginning to end. When I got the plant, it was kind of suffering already from over watering from Home Depot. It was an alocasia beginda. I have video footage somewhere in the camera. I don't think I ever shared it with you because I was trying to see through the whole experiment, but I kind of dropped the ball with that one, and it's upstairs looking like dead. I'm gonna go and dump the pot and look at the sump. If there's some life in there, I'm just gonna pot it up in PON instead of the Leca, and give it some light, blast it, and see what happens. But yeah, so far so good with the experiment, moving my plants from soil to other substrates. Be bold, go for it, but don't blame me if it doesn't work out. Do your research, do your homework. There's plenty of good advice out there. I'm not an expert, so do not follow what I'm saying word for word. Just if you want to try to be bold and do something different, but don't come for me if it doesn't work out. You know, that's on you. You make that decision what you want to do with your plants. But yeah, so I still have to repot my snake plants, and that looks like it's getting pushed to tomorrow or the weekend. So I think that's the end of this video. It's very messy here, as you can see, and I'm going to start cleaning up because in a couple hours I have to meet somebody for dinner. And yeah, that's it for now. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.